Good morning. If you're in America, it's AM there in America. You're in the Philippines, of course, it's evening. I'm broadcasting here live about 10:05 p.m. here in the Philippines in Davao City. And I've been thinking about coming back vlogging again or coming back to YouTube for the recent past, maybe last couple of weeks. I thought I'd eventually maybe come back. But I did put out a schedule. So people who signed up for my notice, the notifications, they would have received the notice. So I'm giving people a chance to come in if they would like to. This is live, and basically I'm kind of planning on doing lives from now on. I had a few people over the past 3 months or so, I guess, give me some comments or wondering where I was. I hadn't been blogging. I think the last blog, I'll look, but I know I was doing a couple of blogs relating to review of music. Also, I'd say about 3-4 months ago, I was also doing some political vlogs. I might have put in a post or two about the Philippines, but I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time today. Those of you who are interested in what I'm doing, you're going to see this part of this live, or you're going to care to look at the replay. Probably be here a couple of minutes. Oh, hey, Bill, Mr. Bill. Glad you're here. You okay? Hopefully you'll stay with me here. I'm probably only going to plan on being on here no more than 30 minutes, but I just want to just catch you all up. Generally, I'm okay. I just took a hiatus from vlogging because, dealing with, just trying to live day-to-day personal things. I just stopped doing it. But just to catch you all up, if you looked at the little intro I put in the description on this in my preview, then I said the subject, as you can see, is Geechee Line Music Legacy Introduction. And let me tell you what that's going to do. Those of you who've been following me or have seen me, especially if you subscribed and seen a few of my blogs, know that I'm a musician. I've written a bunch of songs, I've recorded, released music, especially over the past 5 years, because I started re-releasing music again in 2020, I believe. So this is 2025, so it's been about 5 years now. I may still do some vlogs here and there about what's going on here in the Philippines. It really depends on what type of interaction I get with the people. If people are interested in the Philippines, what I'm doing here, my observations of how things are going here, and I'd be glad to share some of that. I won't get into too much of my personal life. This is no more than necessary. But Mr. Bill, yeah, I have been going to church here. As a matter of fact, I went to Bible study a couple days ago, Wednesday night, and went to church on Sunday. Um, I will not say I've been that much of a churchgoer, but it just so happens that the friend that I've made here, she's very much into church. So I kind of been basically going to church, kind of following behind her, even though when I was in San Carlos City living by myself, I did attend church services there. There's a gentleman there from Texas who had married a Filipina, and he was conducting church services, if you will. So I was going to his services. There was like walking distance from my apartment. So yeah, I've been going to church here. So that's one thing I can say that I'm very much. Well, I won't say I'm not a religious person at all. I like to say I'm spiritual. When I was younger, I was more religious. Now I'm less religious and more spiritual, if you will. I go to church. If I go, let's see, I went to the week before last, I went to a Baptist church. Um, haven't been to a Catholic service, I don't think. But churches that I've been basically going to is under the umbrella of CCF, Christ Commission Fellowship. So I've been going to that pretty much. And I would say on the average, I would commit somewhat to going probably no more than 2 Sundays a month, but at least one Sunday a month, two max probably. And then I have been going to some Bible study, so probably a couple of Bible studies. Yeah, that Mr. Bill, they do promote very good virtues. I mean, again, and there's no secret. I'm 65 years old. My family grew up in the church. I come from a family of ministers. So, I mean, I was just, I generally would consider myself, I guess, relatively speaking, a virtuous person for the most part. So I like to, don't mind being anywhere where good virtues are promoted, good thoughts promoted, good advice, uh, just dealing with life and just trying to survive and all that in general. So usually when I go to church um, or listen to whatever service or sermon or whatever that's being presented, usually there's something I can get out of it because I'm receptive to it. I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not a saint by any stretch of the imagination. I don't think too much of myself that way, but yeah. Regarding you were saying they have 250 published versions of the Bible. Yeah, I imagine they do. Most of the one I've been exposed to is probably going to be the King James. Um, you know, And sorry, I wasn't even thinking I could have showed your comments, but yeah. But no, they say you glad you're here. I'm okay. Thank you. Glad you here and okay. I know somebody else is from. When you come in, anybody that comes in, please just say hi, say boo, anything. Just let me know you here. I have been away from the YouTube vlogging for probably over 3 months. Again, dealing with personal things here. Um, but now I'm getting ready to um, kind of change the focus, redirect the focus of my vlog. So I want to talk about that now within the next no more than 15, 20 minutes. Um, there's some musicians I probably would like to have get them on a live stream. Matter of fact, there's one name, I think his name is Michael, but I didn't think to text him and try to get him to maybe join me on a panel. Let me say here right now, one of the most recent vlogs that I did a live stream with uh, brother now who's now passed away. He's now passed away. Gerard Black. I don't know if you all are familiar with him. Gerard Black. He had a vlog, and I had him as a live guest on my live stream twice. The last time that I had him on, we were talking about Jerry Butler, who had recently passed. So I was getting his viewpoints about Jerry Butler. And then I actually had him on before on a vlog live stream where I was in general talking about the music business. But that kind of segues into what I want to talk about today and present to you all. I started writing songs 50 years ago, about 50 years ago now, because that would be 1975. Yeah, so it's really been 50 years ago since I started dabbling into writing music. I started out younger age. I would write short stories, and then eventually I got into writing poetry. And then from the poetry, that kind of segued me into doing songs, which is basically poetry set to music. Geechee Line Music Legacy, my legacy would be my creativity shown through music. I'm not a multi-millionaire that's going to be leaving a whole lot of, I don't have that type of legacy or nothing like that. Legacy is really, if anything, would be my musicianship and my involvement in music. So I kind of gotten to the point here where I'm losing my enthusiasm really for vlogging in general, even though, if a subject comes up and the interest is there strong enough, I may still do some vlogs, live or not, maybe recorded regarding, the travel and retirement here in the Philippines, which, I can give a perspective on that. And also lately, early this year, I was dabbling into the politics. But now I'm basically gonna put that down now. I mean, I had my little period there after the U.S. election where I did maybe about 6 or 7 political vlogs, but now I don't have the fire in the belly too much to do that anymore. So, and then, when you're dealing with politics and religion and maybe even sports to a degree, you may get into, you don't necessarily make friends, so to speak. You may cause some consternation of people getting pissed at you if you don't subscribe to their philosophy or their politics or their sports or what have you. So it's nothing that, I guess if it was something that I felt was better received, I probably would continue it, but I don't have any interest in doing it now. Did I try something new here and like go fishing? No, I'm not really. I tell you honestly, this time that I guess this is my second time that I really spent any significant time in the Philippines. I've been here like 11 months. I've been here 11 months this time. I came back here um, beginning of September, so it's beginning of August. So I've been here 11 months. We'll be going back to America. We're supposed to be back, but something happened and I didn't go. Um, so again, basically, I've been just trying to make it day to day and get up. you know, obviously you gotta eat, gotta pay some kind of bills, you gotta eat certain things like that. But anyway, music is my legacy. I've written, I would say, almost 100 songs. I've recorded at least 50 or 60 songs, either in a scratch version, a demo version, in some cases, a professional quote unquote release version. Um, Mango and looking for mud crabs. That's nice. Where are you, Bill? Where do you stay? Are you here in the Philippines? Are you in the Philippines? I guess that was something I would be relating to if you're in the Philippines. Um, then you can give me an idea. Of course, right now, I've settled in Davao City. Those of you who've been following me know that. But again, my music, I've written like almost 100 songs, recorded in one form or another, at least 50. 35 or more of those I've recorded within the past 5 years. So, well, oh, you're in Australia. Okay. That's where my model is standing now. She's a Filipino. Of course, her name is Labi Uncle. She's married to, I guess she's married to an Australian or somebody. She's staying in Australia. But what I want to do here on a weekly basis is I want to take and feature one of my songs that I've written on a live stream. I want to discuss the making of the song, give like take an example of a song. I use Giving Up on Love as an example, which that will be included again in sometime over the coming weeks. Giving Up on Love, of course, I did a cover version of that originally recorded by Jerry Butler, and I basically featured that on a vlog, and I sang that in his honor. That was a song that, I got the idea that I want to record it after hearing it, and it impressed me so well. And Jerry Butler, as a human being whom I met personally, also impressed me so well. But I will take a song that I've written and give some kind of history about it and play a little bit of it. Probably won't play the whole song, but enough of it. But like I said, I have some songs that I did demos that I might have done in the basement or doing rehearsal. So I may, include some of the recording snippets of that. And then if I have done it in any studio recording, I'll include that as well, just to kind of give us a full viewpoint or presentation of the song and its evolution. But that's my legacy right now as Geechee Music. So I want to now commit over the next 52 weeks. Actually, it'll be 52 weeks. I want to feature one song, one original song per week. Preferably, I want to do it on a weekend, so I'm thinking I may be doing this. It depends on how I feel. I may start where it'll be featured either on a Saturday night or Sunday night or either Friday night. I guess it depends on what I put together. But over the next, probably by tomorrow, I'll start making a list out of the 52 songs that I want to feature. And then every week we'll start doing vlogs or doing the live streams on those. Now, I want to do it in this order, though. There's some songs that I wrote with specific people in mind to sing. Some of them are no longer with us. There are a few, though, who are still physically alive. So I probably want to start with the songs that I wrote for people or inspired by people who are still alive. And then after that, I probably want to deal with songs that I wrote inspired by people who are no longer with us. And then after that, it'll just, will be just various songs that I just wrote, because I have a specific personal relationship or connection to that song and personal inspiration because of real life experiences of mine. So, for an example, a song that I would have written for someone who's still alive, the first one that comes to mind is I Can't Go Back. So that will probably be the first song that I will feature. Will probably be I Can't Go Back, which I did do a version of that and actually released it on my second Imperial Brown album. Not the Imperial Soul album, that was the first album. The second album was Hung Up on My Baby. There's a song on there called I Can't Go Back. I actually wrote that with Boy George of Culture Club in mind. You probably would have to be in your late, 40s and 50s or whatever, even remember when he came out. But that song was written with him in mind, and I'm probably going to feature that one first. Again, I want to cover the songs that I've written for people who still around. The example of something that was inspired by somebody else obviously would be Giving Up on Love, inspired by Jerry Butler. That will fall in that category. And then there's other songs that are just, my general song that I wrote. So anyway, thank you, Mr. Bill, for joining me. I didn't expect a whole lot of audience right now. Again, like I said, I have not really been pressing this channel and trying to post. I kind of lost my enthusiasm for it, but like I said, I'm going to commit for my own legacy to feature my music on my channel for the next 52 weeks. You may be looking at the scroll on the bottom. I still have a website. I still have my personal streaming service, which is Geechee Music Radio. The promo code is still in effect, Xmas50. You can go there, and I think the monthly subscription to my channel is only like $6, which is nothing. See on the bottom, Geechee Music Radio, 50% off all subscriptions. promo code Xmas50, which I think brings it down to like $5.99. That's for a monthly subscription. So, Mr. Bill, you out there? Hey, you want to support me? Take $6, $7, and go to my website and subscribe to my music channel for a month. Try it out. Also, the music, of course, that I will be, much of it, let's say, that I will be featuring on my weekly vlogs, weekly music spotlights. That music will be available for sale, or it's already available for sale on my website, which is Geechee, is www.geecheelionsoul.com or www.geecheelionmusic.com. So again, thank you, Mr. Bill. Like I said, I appreciate your support. Hey, go to the website, get a subscription. Like I said, $6 or $7. And I'd encourage anybody else out there who may see this, drop a like, subscribe, or at least hit the notification bell so you will know. Again, I'm looking to do this on a weekly basis, on a weekend, probably on a weekend evening. So that means Friday evening, Saturday evening, or either Sunday evening, American time, American Central or Eastern. So thank you a lot for joining us. I'm not going to belabor the point tonight, but again, support me, support our sponsor, which is Geechee Music Radio. And as anybody has any questions or comments, you're welcome to do that. All right, Bill. Thanks a lot. Like I said, go to Geechee Music Radio, get a subscription, and spread the word. Spread the word to your social media if you have any. Maybe they might be interested. I think my music spotlights are going to be up and be something of interest. So like I said, every now and then I may still do something related to travel and retirement here in the Philippines. Thank you for joining us.